guys, Brandon. So we are just north of Titusville, and I took a nap, got a good nap for a little bit, and because it started pouring rain, and that rain's a double-edged sword because the bands are slightly exposed again, and I can't get the tape to stick well because everything's moist. However, I did put some new tape on at a gas station where there was an awning, and I backed forward and back forth. And anyway, I'm on a little road that's, like a 30-mile-per-hour road, and I'm putting along at 20 because I don't want the centripetal force to take the tape off. So I'm scared to get on the highway right now. But we're about probably 150 miles away from West Palm, and I figure, what the heck, I'll just go off to the side streets and start creeping south. So that's what we're doing. And I could go over to US 1 here in a second if I wanted to, but right now I'm just kind of taking it easy. I'm trying to find some dry pavement, and I feel like if I go south far enough, even if it takes me an hour or 20 miles per hour, eventually I'll find some dry pavement here. And once I find some dry pavement, then I can put some more tape on this thing. But anyway, that's what's going on. It's about 4 o'clock in the morning, so it'll probably be daylight by the time I get home. And that's it. It's a little adventure. So to give you a little backstory about all the madness here, what happened. So the bands appeared while this car was up north in Cincinnati, Ohio area, is when the bands appeared. And then my dumbass, I drove back through Kentucky on some windy roads instead of just taking 75 south. I went, what do you call it? Myself and the other drivers basically went to the east of 75 and started winding around on some roads. That was a huge mistake. Shouldn't have done that. I should have paid closer attention to how far we were down to the bands. And so anyway, by the time I got to about Asheville, North Carolina, the tires started doing like a tap, 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 which I knew that means there's a bulge on it. And I was like, oh shit. So, had I known this tape trick, I would have, because in Tennessee, when I was crossing through Tennessee and Virginia, it was Virginia where I was passing through, that's when I actually noticed how bad the bands were. I was like, oh shit. So then I didn't even get through Asheville, and just south of Asheville is when it started doing the tapping noise. So I had two choices. I could either turn around and go back to Asheville and sleep for the night, or I could try to get my way down to Greenville, which is where Kevin Whitaker is. And if anybody's going to have a tire in stock, you would think it would be Kevin Whitaker. So, making my way south, I don't get all the way to Kevin Whitaker. The tire blows. I'm like, oh, it's fine. I can drive on the screwed up tire, and we'll be good. No, when the back tires blow, there's so much weight back there, it doesn't make it very far. Okay, so that's one of the things I really wanted to mention in this video, because in the other video I showed the front tires can make it 50 miles, the back tires can't. So what ended up happening was, on the sidewall, the back tire ended up splitting, but luckily the wheel was still like inside the tire, protected by the tire. So I thought that the wheel had cracks in it because it was the wheel and tire that had been leaking air. I was trying to get back to Hilton Head. Obviously that's not happening. But if I get back to the Hilton Head area, I had a store down there who already had a carbon fiber wheel on order for me. And because that's where I was heading. I was going there to get a new carbon fiber wheel. So that's part of the reason I wanted to explain this. That's part of the reason why I didn't just go ahead and get the tires replaced in Ohio when I saw the bands. I was like, I could probably make it to Hilton Head, and where they have a carbon fiber wheel in stock for me. So that's what I was trying to do, is get back towards Hilton Head to get back to my carbon fiber wheel, and then I was going to put a new tire on. So anyway, didn't make it Didn't realize how bad the other shape the other tire was in until they put it up on the lift at Kevin Whitaker. So at Kevin Whitaker, they wouldn't change the tire because it's a carbon fiber wheel. I said, I'll sign a disclaimer saying I don't care if you guys scuff the wheel. I really don't care because I'm about to go get the wheel replaced. So I could care less if it gets scuffed because the wheel's cracked. They would not do it. Thank God they wouldn't do it. That was a blessing in disguise because, so they ordered in the tire. I had to stay there overnight. And long story short, went to the Porsche store the next day, today, with the tire and told them the wheel's probably cracked, but I got a new wheel down in Hilton Head and just get the wheel on there so I can get to Hilton Head. They dismounted the tire and they basically said, we don't see any cracks in this wheel. So I looked at it real close. We don't see any cracks. The wheel's fine. The tire had a nail in it. So now I feel really stupid because see, the wheel and tire started leaking right around the time I crossed the train track, what I thought was too fast. It coincidentally started leaking like the next day. And I was like, fuck it, I knew I cracked that damn wheel. And so I just forgot about it. I'm like, whatever, crack the wheel, it is what it is. So, I never really looked for a nail. Hindsight, had I looked for the nail, I have wheel and tire warranty on this thing. I could have potentially gotten the tire replaced before I left Florida, and I could have gotten it done for free. So that's got me, sick to my stomach that, So, but anyway, let me see where I'm at here. Just cruising south. So, so yeah, we're just cruising south and putting along, not too fast, obviously, and I'm happy to be on a slow street. And once we get back to dry pavement, I will look and see if this tape is still on here, if I need to. I don't have much tape left. But, I mean, the good news is I can just park at a Home Depot parking lot and wait till morning and buy another roll of this $50 tape, and I'll definitely be able to make it home then. But I don't have a whole lot of tape left. So, I'm trying not to lose the amount that I just put on. And I'm hoping just the impact force, just grinding it in, is getting it to stick. Like, just the warmth that's created by the friction of it being packed in each time like silly putty, because that's basically kind of what it is. So, anyway, that's all I got.